it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause I like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We go tonight. 20. Back.
Check 24.
Under 10.
Alert 3. Motion.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Double tight. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Check 37. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
You go tight. You got tight right there. Hey, alert 3. Alert flare.
4 down.
Mike 8. Come on, baby. Let's see what you
go.
Check 50.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Come on here. Come get some.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. Do it all game long. They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
We go tonight. 180.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? Give me some. Check 3.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, here's gone. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken at about the 16. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf. 56.
All day, baby, all day. Check three, check three, check three. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
2nd and 3. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Let's get it. Check 9.
Hard. Check 26, check 26. Get it.
And again this time to the tailback. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
This is Breida. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And now, Charles, what do? You want to create some space here for your punter if you have to punt.
I think maybe you just go quarterback sneak and try and create that space. Punter can help you out.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the end zone, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready, set, look, squeeze.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
Now they try the right side here. A nice little juke. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Charlie.
Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
15, check back 15. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey, Mike's 50.
Now on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Kill.
Ric Flair.
He's checking.
They run with Breida, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Bravo! Watch the screen!
They'll try the air now with Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is complete to Hawkins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike, hey, high 7.
What we got? What we got? Kill. Check.
Here's gone. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
We go. 90 Wolf. Hey, Echo.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is fielded at the goal line. They find some open field here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Go now. Ten Lobo.
First down.
Watch the run. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Mike 50.
2nd and 10. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A loss of start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Switch. Begin. Shift.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I'm not so crazy about where they decided to run that play, but I like the play itself because if you continue to run it and show it, you're going to create openings that you hope to exploit later in the game.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Move. Now you run.
Mike 8.
Hey, team 6.
Watch the slant.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Set. Hey, orbit. 15 line. Leo.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, box drop. Oh, big trip.
Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quan Alexander, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
76, tell him. 76.
Goff now looking to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go, tonight. 120.
SOS.
DC. Super.
Mike 8. I'm on. Mike 8.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And able to haul it in is Kittle. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check. Crunch. Check. Check out.
Super one. All right. Come on now.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hatchet. Check 3. 11. Show it up. Obama.
To throw is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they threw an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 97 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 8. Hey, man. DC. Mike 8.
Now it's gone. This pass complete to Higgins. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off? Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Watch the pass.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Out of the gun, Goff. And Thomas has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
12.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. He's going to take a shot for the... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Pull it high. Bang, 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 bang. Look at me. Zipper. 54. Mike 54. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Saints 19, 49ers 14.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yeah.
They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done. And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike 8. Hey, 76. 76. 76.
Again, Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays. And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Goff now looks to throw. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here we go. 30 base. Get that quarterback at all costs. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, lock it. I'm coming after you. Take 4, take 4. Shoot.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
49ers 14.